State parties. Over the last 3 decades, the number and strength of these parties has expanded. This made the Parliament of India politically more and more diverse. No one national party is able to secure on its own a majority in Lok Sabha. As a result, the national parties are compelled to form alliances with state parties. Since 1996, nearly every one of the state parties has got an opportunity to be a part of one or the other national level coalition government. This has contributed to the strengthening of federalism and democracy in our country. Here is an indication of the places ruled by various regional parties: Congress, BJP, neutral parties. Challenges to political parties. Popular dissatisfaction and criticism has focused on 4 problem areas in the working of political parties. Political parties need to face and overcome these challenges in order to remain effective instruments of democracy. Let us discuss the first challenge faced by political parties, which is lack of internal democracy. All over the world, there is a tendency in political parties towards the concentration of power in one or few leaders at the top. Parties do not keep membership registers, do not hold organizational meetings, and do not conduct internal elections regularly. Ordinary members of the party do not get sufficient information on what happens inside the party. They do not have the means or the connections needed to influence the decisions. As a result of this, the leaders assume greater power to make decisions in the name of the party. Since one or few leaders exercise paramount power in the party, those who disagree with the leadership find it difficult to continue in the party. More than loyalty to party spirit principles and policies, personal loyalty to the leader becomes more important. Next challenge is dynastic succession. In many parties, the top positions are always controlled by members of one family. This is unfair to other members of that party. This is also bad for democracy, since people who do not have adequate experience or popular support come to occupy positions of power. This tendency is present in some measure all over the world, including in some of the older democracies. Next challenge is money and muscle power. Since parties are focused only on winning elections, they tend to use shortcuts to win elections. For example, they tend to nominate those candidates who have or can raise a lot of money. Rich people and companies who give funds to the parties tend to have influence on the policies and decisions of the party. In some cases, parties support criminals who can win elections. Democrats all over the world are worried about the increasing role of rich people and big companies in democratic politics. Next challenge to a political party is being a meaningful choice. In order to offer meaningful choice, parties must be significantly different. In recent years, there has been a decline in the ideological differences among parties in most parts of the world. In our country, the differences among all the major parties on the economic policies have reduced. Those who want really different policies have no option available to them. Sometimes, people cannot even elect very different leaders either, because the same set of leaders keep shifting from one party to another. Now let's see the ways to reform political parties. Following are some of the recent efforts and suggestions in a country to reform political parties and its leaders. The first is anti-defection law. This law was passed during Rajiv Gandhi's premiership. The law says that if any MLA or MP changes parties, he or she will lose a seat in the legislature. This new law has helped bring defection down. At the same time, this has made any dissent even more difficult. MPs and MLAs have to accept whatever the party leaders decide. Next is details of property and criminal proceedings during nomination. It is mandatory for every candidate who contests elections to file an affidavit giving details of his property and criminal cases pending against him. The new system has made a lot of information available to the public, but there is no system of check if the information given by the candidate is untrue. Mandatory organizational elections and IT returns. The Election Commission passed an order making it necessary for political parties to hold their organizational elections and file income tax returns. The parties have started doing so, but sometimes it is mere formality. Suggestions for future to reform political parties. A law should be made to regulate the internal affairs of political parties. It should be made mandatory for political parties to give a minimum number of tickets, about 1/3, to women candidates. There should be state funding of elections. The government should give parties money to support their election expenses. This support could be given in kind of petrol, paper, telephone, etc. Or it could also be given in cash on the basis of votes secured by the party in the last election. These suggestions have not yet been accepted by political parties. If and when these are accepted, this could lead to some improvement. But we must be very careful about legal solutions to political problems. Over-regulation of political parties can be counterproductive. This would force all parties to find ways to cheat law. There are two other ways in which political parties can be reformed. One is people's pressure and the other is people's participation. People's pressure can be done by the people putting pressure through petitions, publicity and agitations, while people's participation can be done by the citizens taking part and improving the condition of political parties. It is the duty of every citizen to contribute in the betterment of the country rather than criticizing bad politics. Political parties are necessary to represent the people of a country. The meaning of a political party: it has three components: leaders, active members and the followers. The functions of political parties: party system. There are three types of party system. One is mono or one party. China is an example. Two-party system. United Kingdom and United States of America is an example. Multi-party system. India is an example. The necessity and popular participation. In India, the common perception is political parties are facing a crisis because they are very unpopular and the citizens are indifferent to political parties. The necessity of political parties can be understood by imagining a situation without parties. In such a case, every candidate in the elections will be independent. Political parties, according to the law passed by Rajiv Gandhi, it says that if any MLA or MP changes parties, he or she will lose the seat in the legislature. It is mandatory for every candidate who contests elections to file an affidavit giving details of his property and criminal cases pending against him. But the leaders take it as a formality. Details of property and criminal proceedings during nomination. Ways to reform political parties. Anti-defection law. Suggestions for the future. Mandatory organizational elections and IT returns. Other ways to reform political parties: people's pressure and people's participation. Political parties: the various national and regional parties in India: Indian National Congress, Bharatiya Janata Party, Bahujan Samaj Party, the Communist Party of India or CPI, the Nationalist Congress Party or NCP. Currently BJP is in power. State parties: over the last 3 decades, the number and strength of these parties has expanded. No one national party is able to secure on its own a majority in Lok Sabha. The state parties: challenges to political parties being a meaningful choice, money and muscle power, dynastic succession, lack of internal democracy. Here we can see the role of parties. I hope the topic is clear.